Okay, it's the beginning of March in Central Florida, and we just went through some cold spells, and this is pretty much the end of them. The grass is looking a little dingy as far as it's not green like most of the other grasses in my neighborhood. The only ones that look good are the ones that have professionals. So I'm going to be fertilizing. I'm also going to put down a pre-emergence. So I'm going to do the pre-emergence and then I'll fertilize. I'm a little late in the season to do this. You should really do this probably in February in Central Florida, but I did it in the beginning of March. It's a pre-emergence and it kills weeds actively. I didn't want to mix the pre-emergence with the fertilizer. I wanted two separate things. So I ran this through the affected areas of the lawn that had weeds, and we'll see what happens with those. One last note, this works in Floratam. So that's why I got this stuff. St. Augustine and Floratam are kind of different in a way. Even though it's the St. Augustine grasses, some things don't work with Floratam, so I had to make sure that it worked with it. This stuff will only work in 85 degrees or less, so don't put it down in a hot day the next day. This is the fertilizer I'm going to use on my Floratam in Central Florida. It's Sunnyland Corporation Professional Turf Fertilizer, and it's 24011. I use less than half a bag on my lawn. This works with Floratam and St. Augustine grasses, Zoysia grass, and Bahia grass, and others. It's a slow release, which is the only one I'm going to use. It has no phosphorus, that's why the 0. I don't want any phosphorus. 24011 is what I got. This bag is pretty big and spreads pretty well, so you'll be able to use it for a couple of times a year. Okay, it's been about a month since I fertilized and put down some cow manure and some sand, and it filled in really nicely. The fertilizer looks like it did the job. It took a few weeks for the fertilizer to kick in. It wasn't green like the first week. It took 2 weeks for it to actually turn the grass green. It's slow release, so that's probably why. I also have been fighting a bunch of dead leaves from this oak tree I have, and I've been raking constantly on this grass to keep the leaves out.